katwiran at ang ating pinag-uusapan, ano ho ba ang kagalingan ng pagbabalik ng ROTC training? At pinaliwanag po ng spokesperson ng DND, si Mr. Bata, na siguro dapat nang bigyan ng lalong malawak na pananaw ito sapagkat ang pagbubuo ng ROTC ay paggawa ng isang officer's course na kukunin dito sa nagtitraining ng ROTC. At kulang ang nag-graduate ng Philippine Military Academy, yung 120 mga opisyalis. Kulang ho yan sa ating armed forces.
Cadet Corps po yung 1,200. But yung graduating class, about 250, 300 graduates.
So siya pinagkukunan ng Air Force,
Navy, and Army. So kulang na kulang po yan. So ever since, ang ROTC talaga ho, ang nagpupuno ng malaking kakulangan ng buong armed forces for both the officer corps and the enlisted personnel. Doon ho tayo umaasa.
Hindi ho ba maganda yung marami yung pool na pinagkukunan ng mga opisyalis? Maraming talent. Makakakuha tayo ng mga historian, psychologists, mathematicians, na maaaring maging opisyal, humihilig na magsilbing opisyal.
Kung tutusin, ideal yun. Kailangang marami at, versatile. Ika nga, no? Pero, short of making it mandatory, siguro meron paraan para to make it more attractive at marami tayong mainganyong mga or doon mag-specialize, so to speak, ano?
Congressman,
para po sa amin, kasi since 2001, nang ma-implement tong National Service Training Program, mayroon tayong perception na nawala ang ROTC sa ating mga eskwelahan. Pero para sa mga estudyante, hindi naman nawala po ang ROTC. Nagkaroon lang ng dagdag na components. So meron kang ROTC, meron kang literacy, and then community services. So hindi po nawala. Isang option for students na gusto mag-ROTC, pwede pa rin sa ating mga eskwelahan. And in fact, sa marami pong mga state universities, ang isang situation natin, kaunti lang yung slots for other components. Karamihan for ROTC.
ROTC training.
Oo. And then, ang isa pang kagandahan ng NSTP Secretary, Mr. Secretary, sa NSTP, babae at lalaki. So, kasi noon, nung halimbawa, generation ko, nag-ROTC ako.
Lalaki lang?
Lalaki lang.
Bakit kung sakalit mabalik, hindi ho ba maaaring babae at lalaki?
Because of NSTP, kahit yung buong college population, first year and second year, na-involved sa mga community service, literacy, training. Kumbaga, yung linggo namin ay na-devote sa ganitong community services. So, isang magandang ideya ito, yung volunteerism na inculcate natin sa ating mga estudyante. So, for us, ROTC remains an option. No? Pero, ang aming appeal, sana wag gawing mandatory.
But can you create the vast pool where you will train a citizens army?
Well, halimbawa, kapag matuloy yung 12 years proposal ng Malacanang dito sa basic education, remember we have Citizens Army training sa high school. Nanatiling
PMT, Pre-Military Training.
Yeah. So, kung maganda yung experience nila doon, maaring mag-inspire sa kanila sa kolehiyo na i-pursue yun sa ROTC na isang component.
Hindi naman pala sila tumututol sa concept ng military orientation habang naghahanda ang kabataan. Ngunit napakaliit lamang na bahagi ng ating kabataan ang nagkakaroon ng ganyang preparatory training for military service kung sakalit kakailanganin talaga sila.
Again, para maliwanagan kung ano talaga yung problema, konting historical background din. Prior to 2001, the enactment of yung NTSP, NSTP, National Service Training Program, there were about 900,000 plus enrollees sa ROTC. Nang ma-introduce yan, nag-dwindle down. Talagang mahina na ang attraction ng military sa ating kabataan. As of 2009 po, 165,000 lang ang nag-enroll sa ROTC all over the Philippines. And out of the more than 2,000 universities and colleges offering the course, there are now only about 561. So about 1/4 na lang nag-offer niyan. So, ang pinagtutuuan na namin ng pansin ngayon ay kung paano natin ma-attract ang ating mga estudyante para yung military course ang piliin nila. Hindi namin inaalis na yung ibang courses na ino-offer, yung literacy training program at saka yung civil
Civic welfare.
civic welfare training program ay importante din. I think we can put all these programs together but make the ROTC program more attractive. Ang isang ino-offer, for example, ng ROTC program natin, and the ROTC is administered by the Department of National Defense through the Major Service Reserve Commands. Ang isang ino-offer po natin dyan ay scholarship para sa mga kadete ng ROTC. And we usually offer 50% scholarship. Discount. But there are certain requirements. You have to make a certain grade before you can avail of such scholarship programs. At nag-open nga po tayo ng yung social networking forum para dun sa ROTC program para malaman natin ang inputs ng ating kabataan. Kung meron silang maisa-suggest na magagawa natin, and we take into account such comments, for example, that we are faced with economic difficulties right now. In fact, that's the reason also na kinukonsider natin ang ROTC program because of the present budgetary constraints on the government. And what it can offer to the Department of Defense and the Armed Forces.
Ngunit ay isang tanong dito, the martial training, which is an essential preparation of a democratic country like us, from its civilian population, should be a common responsibility of the youth. It should not be a matter of choice or rejection. Sapagkat pag dumating yung pagkakataon, nakalagay pagtanggol ng bayan, lahat tayo handa. Pagkalagay na, tingnan natin ang mga tao sa Switzerland, lahat sila, naghahanda. Lahat sila kahit na anong taon ng kanilang pagkatao, pwedeng tawagan. At magsalong ng baril, mag-training. Hindi ganun sa atin, ROTC lang sa atin, di ba? Pag tinanggal mo yung martial training ng yan, you remove that widespread capacity to be able to draw from the pool of citizens capable of giving military service, di ba? Any democratic country, ayaw naman natin yung napakalaking officers at saka regular military corps. Pag tinanggal mo yun, that kind of generalized training accessible to as many young people as possible, you create certain options of a citizen's preparedness. Ayan ang nararamdaman ng iba. Anong palagay nyo doon?
Depende siguro,